Hey guys, welcome back to whatever this is, and on today's episode, I recently saw the release of Soul Hackers 2 had come out, and I was looking into it thinking maybe I'd try it out, and it turned out probably not for me. But when I started thinking about that game, I actually thought of the game I like to refer to as Stupid Persona. So we're going to talk about Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE. So anyways, guys, here we are. We're going to talk about Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE. This game is a lot of fun. I'll just get that right off the bat. I really do enjoy this game. It's very dumb. I always referred to it when I was selling the game as Stupid Persona, as none of the characters are that deep, but they're fun for the world that was created, and the aesthetic of the entire world is really cool. I love all the use of colors in Tokyo Mirage Session. It's not what people wanted at the time, because if you don't already know, this game was supposed to be a crossover between Shin Megami Tensei and Fire Emblem. Basically, it kind of devolved into Stupid Persona, which is a ton of fun because they based everything around being an idol and how it's this big, noble task that one person must take upon to bring joy to the world. It's really not that, but it is a good time. The combat is really similar to what you've seen in other games. Turn-based, it has this really cool sessions mechanic, so once you get a weakness, you just literally have everyone like zipping in and just like doling damage into them, and that's the fun of the game, and then seeing the special moves kind of to play out. And it was a game that was honestly stuck, unfortunately, on the Wii U of all systems up until about 2020 actually. I was about to say 2019. 2020, it ended up getting saved from Purgatory and ended up coming out on the Switch. This is where I ultimately played it for the first time. I had played a chunk of it here, but I had just started school. A lot of things fell to the wayside. I got through like the first 3 dungeons and then just unfortunately forgot it existed. And I kind of forgot that the Wii U existed because at that point, like, my love of the Wii U just kind of dropped for a little bit because I was just like, they're not supporting this thing. Like, this is just a slog. It came out in May when it originally launched in 2016, which was great. I loved picking it up. It was a lot of fun, but the game was like a little chunky and slow, where if you pick it up on the Switch now, because obviously it's not on a disc, it's on the Nintendo Switch cartridge, the load times are much, much better, much more enjoyable. So if you're looking for like a really fun, quick action-paced RPG and you don't mind like kind of dumb characters, but like they're fun characters, you'll appreciate it, especially if you really like lots of colors and things. Like on a 4K TV or on the Switch OLED, this game absolutely just pops all over the place because the colors are bright. It's really reminiscent of Persona 4, which is where I think this game ends up stealing a lot of the mechanics in the games and then adding in the sessions. It's really cool. I really do enjoy it. The leveling up system was a ton of fun. I ended up doing everything in the game, and it's one of those games I'm kind of hoping like gets a sequel one day because it is a lot of fun. But I don't know if Nintendo's really going to fund another one. I really hope they do. I don't know what the sales were on this game. I don't think they were that great, because while I was still working there, we did have quite a few people who were like, I can't get into it. It's not like, you sold it right where it's a dumb Persona, but it's not quite for everyone, which is a little unfortunate, but it is a good game. If I were to recommend one version over the other, it would be the Switch version. It had an extra song and a couple attacks added. And the other one, the load times are a little slow if you're going off the disc. If you have it digitally downloaded, it's the same as this. It's just more consistent with the data. So it plays and feels a lot better. So you pop in and out of combat really fast. This one is just a little bit slower, and it's kind of just like, you kind of feel it. So it doesn't really vibe that well, as much as I would like it to. But this is a great game that I wish would get some form of a sequel. Like, I mean, we got Soul Hackers 2, so maybe one day, and maybe making this video gets the attention of somebody. But it's a great game, and I'm glad I got a second shot, and it is one you guys should check out. I'm really not expecting this video to do very well, but honestly, the one question I have is, if you've actually played this, can you let me know down below? I'm curious to how many people actually played this game, because I assume it's like me. And that's about it for people who've played it. Great combat. The music actually for this game is probably one of my favorite aspects. There's a couple songs here that I actually do just genuinely listen to. There's the theme song of Reincarnation, which is the theme song for the entire game. Really, really good, really enjoyable song, as well as a couple others throughout the game that every time you complete one of the chapters, you get a song with the two characters that were like heavily involved in that arc, which is really fun. Some of the character designs are really funny, especially like when they get new abilities in the game. They all just kind of look down at their chest and they're like, oh my gosh, this glowing light of Performa is my power. And the one girl just kind of looks like she just realized she has boobs, which is just funny. I'm obviously going to put a picture up here. Maybe it's just me, but I've shown it to a few people and everyone's like, yeah, I get it. It's a little dumb, like it's just the way it's animated. It kind of looks unintentionally hysterical to me, but that's because I'm 5 and I think I'm funny. But I hope you guys got something out of this video. Maybe I just introduced you to this game. Check it out. I don't know where its value's at or anything. I'm just saying, if you can, check it out, pick it up. If you're gonna pick one copy, pick it up on the Switch. They were able to brush out, just need a little bit more polish, where the Wii U version's perfectly fine, perfectly good, and it's just a little slow. Like, it's just the weirdest thing to describe, but even when it came out, it just felt a little slow. And I feel like I wouldn't be doing this video a service if I didn't talk about the controversy with this game, and it just came from censorship in the game. Now, what it was, there was a couple scenes, but the one that always sticks out is there's one song where she sings in a wedding dress, and it looks really nice. Like, if you look at the Japanese one, it's this really beautiful wedding dress. But for some reason in the North American version, any place you would see like skin underneath, like on her arms or anywhere, they changed it to white. So it just looks like this big white mesh all over her with like a white skin suit underneath. Like, it's not bad, it just, in my opinion, like, none of this is really that bad. It's just choices that were made, and it's just a weird choice. It's not a bad choice, it's just a weird choice. The other one I remember was, there's DLC for the game where they all go to a bathhouse, and for whatever reason, they based this version of the remake, basically, or the port, they based it off the North American version, even in Japan. So that DLC wasn't added in because it was never translated. So it just doesn't exist. Again, it was a choice. I don't know why. There are other games that have characters in bikinis. Your guess is as good as mine. That was a choice by Nintendo or Atlas. I feel like it was a Nintendo choice. But is what it is, and to me, it's just that one scene where I'm like, oh, this is a great song, oh, what a nice wedding dress, and then you see the original dress, and you're like, that was a choice somebody made. Somewhere, somebody went, that dress is too far, where I think it's just kind of, okay, that was a weird choice, but sure, the game still exists, and the content's still there. Oh, there was one more. There was a photographer who was creeping on girls in bikinis, and they changed that from the bikinis into, like, wearing, like, kind of grunge or, like, alternative clothing. So the whole thing was just being comfortable in your skin and being able to show your body for the sake of yourself, but they changed it into, I want to wear this casual style. I mean, it still works, but I feel like the punch of the whole meaning of that episode, to be comfortable in oneself, kind of gets a little lost in there. Like, it's not bad, but I'm like, it's a choice. I'm just like, the message is still there. think changing that one thing was a little weird. But yeah, those were like the controversy I remember being when this one came out because they added in all the weird censorship. But it is what it is. The game is still good. I still recommend it at the end of the day. But again, they're just choices. It's neat to know about them, but honestly, like if I didn't tell you, you probably wouldn't even have noticed. But anyways, guys, that's it for this week's episode. Just a quick episode on Tokyo Mirage Session Sharp FE. I really like it. Hopefully you guys do too. Let me know in the comments down below. Like and subscribe. Let me know what you think of these videos. Alright, take care. Have a good one.